Can you actually hold a 7 a.m. professional Teams call from a 4Runner in the middle of nowhere? Today I'm putting my new Starlink Mini to the test at Alder Lake near Mount Rainier National Park, where service is spotty, to see if my mobile office is actually road trip ready. Then I'm ditching all of the technology for a 6.5-mile hike into a remote mountain yurt. Let's see if we can have it all.
Hi all, I'm Kristen and this is my channel Unstoppable Outside. Today is a Thursday and I'm driving down to Alder Lake, which is about 30 minutes west of Mount Rainier National Park. And I'm going to set up camp there. They've got a couple campgrounds, first come, first serve this time of year. And my goal is to work from the campground, testing out my Starlink Mini for the first time for a work situation. It's the final test that I want to do before my road trip in May. Friday afternoon, I made a reservation for the Mount Tahoma Trails Association for the Yurt. They have a bunch of buildings. It's like southwest of Mount Rainier that you can reserve and pay a fee for to go and stay and typically snowshoe in. The snow this year is low, so I'm just bringing micro spikes to head up there. That will be Friday to Saturday night as well. So super excited to go check it out. It's definitely going to be glamping. The yurt has a propane oven and has filtered water for drinking and cooking. It has a bunk bed and it has some couches as well that convert to sleeping arrangements.
This is the Rocky Point campground and it is just envelopes and cash because we're outside of the reservation season. Otherwise you can do it online. So a little steep being $40, but they do have full power hookups here. So if you do have an RV or need to charge things, you'll be in business. All right, let's drop this off. First of all, we're going to pull up the Jackery app and we're going to turn the AC on. And that is what the Starlink is currently hooked up to for the battery. So now Starlink should be loading up. So now we're going to come over here to the Starlink app and see what happens. All right, optimizing connection. That is promising. Well, it must be connected to something because some software is downloading, so there must be an update. So getting online is taking longer than usual. Make sure Starlink has a completely clear view of the sky. So my roof is a little dirty from all that pollen, so I'm going to clean that off. Yeah, it's pretty dirty. This wiped down. Alright, so it actually is online now, so I think just cleaning this off did the trick. Okay, Starlink is now online, so that worked by just cleaning that. We're going to let the software download happen and then do some setup on the car. And then I do have 2 bars here, so I'm going to test out a couple things for my Teams call, both with the 2 bars as well as with the Starlink Mini. I can put my phone into airplane mode and just test out the actual Starlink and see how good the service is here. Another upgrade that I just did is I got these WeatherTech rain guards for both the front and back windows on both sides. So now I can crack the windows like this and the rain won't drip in. So super excited. Obviously got to try that out in the rain, but they look really good. And will be a bonus for cracking my windows in all sorts of weather now. So in one of my other episodes, I've shown you my blackout curtains, but I also have these bug nets that are magnetic for my back windows. So warmer days like this, where it gets really stuffy in the truck, I can just pop these in and it will allow breeze to come through and keep the bugs out. It's not 100% seal, like there's little gaps here at the corner, so there could be some bugs that come in if I was in a buggy place. But fortunately, not experiencing any mosquitoes yet. Knock on wood. But yeah, these look really great, and they just attach to magnetically to the rim here, where I have metal along the door window frame. So when you get the Starlink, it comes with an AC cable, and that's all fine, but DC is apparently more efficient. So I bought a DC cable off of Amazon. It's 10 feet, so it's also shorter, and I won't have all of this extra cable sitting here. So we're going to plug this in and then also cut up some of the cable Velcro that I bought and make it tidier in here versus all this hanging around. These cable ties are just way more sticky for my truck, so I really like that than the normal Velcro that I got like for my light here. This just does not stick the same. So we're just gonna cut them. They come in different sizes, but they're still too long for really what I wanna do. So I'm just gonna cut some up. Okay, that is so much nicer. And it was the perfect length, just 10 feet from the back to the front. So next step is get the solar panel up on the roof and get some power going back into the Jackery. Actually, I think I'll put the solar panel, the sun's behind me and starting to go lower. So I think I'll put the Jackery actually on the ground and just lean it against the truck or somewhere to get as much sun as possible for the rest of the day. Input. Oh, that's already so much better. 39 watts. This makes me happy. So that's half of what I get when I'm using the cigarette lighter, but that's still better than 6 or 7. All right, I'm gonna get the bed set up. So because it's the double quilt, I'm just gonna fold it so that I have the quilt under me, I have my sheet inside, and then I can fold this over or kick it off if I get too warm. So today I brought my clothes in my packing cubes, and I have this space here underneath my platform, and those packing cubes just fit really nicely, and I can access them from both sides. So there's actually quite a bit of space there, so I'll be able to put all my clothes for the trip in here and keep them clean. This light that I got actually comes with this post that screws into it, and it conveniently attached to my Joby leg. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the light on this tripod, and then we're going to attach it to either up here on one of these hooks or to the back of the seat where you have the headrest. So this so the legs will just go around the headrest here, and then I can just turn this knob on the Joby where there's the ball bearing here, and just angle it to wherever I need the light, depending on what I'm doing. And then another feature that I just got for this truck is just this little organizer here that hooks onto the back of the seat. It's for like, you can put like Kleenex, but whatever. I can put a beverage, I can put my salt and pepper, I can put my coffee. So just things that I want to access while using my fridge, or maybe charging cables that will go right down to the Jackery to charge my phone. I'm going to try that out, but I think this is going to be super handy for being able to just have some basics here, and the truck super accessible. Pretty well set up. I'll put my window covers on as it gets darker, but I think I'm gonna go and explore the lake a little bit, walk around. I'm gonna turn off the Starlink, give the Jackery some time to get some juice while we have sunshine. It has popped down to 57%, so the sun's not quite able to keep up with the draw right now, so good to know. And then, you know, this campsite does have the direct power backup as well that I can charge the Jackery fully up with. Should have brought my fishing pole. It's that time of year again. It is so nice. It's hard to get back up to the truck, but I am starving. Okay, I got my Starlink hooked up and just practiced doing a Teams call with video, and seems like it's gonna work. I shared my screen. Granted, I'm not actually interacting with anyone for them to be like, oh, you're pixelated or you're slow or anything like that, but this is feeling super promising for tomorrow. So I'm excited that I went ahead and invested in the Starlink Mini Roam so that I can work from beautiful places like this and do my road trip and, you know, go see my friends and family and not have to be in a rush. So yeah, this is fabulous. There are a few mosquitoes starting to fly around. Definitely going to be an earlier mosquito season with the lower snow melt. It's only early April, but is what it is. We'll start lathering up with my bug spray and pull out my thermocell and we'll just deal with it. All right, gonna finish dinner. Then it's gonna get dark here pretty quick. Sun is definitely set. And then crawl into bed and do some work and cozy up for the night. And then we're gonna be up bright and early. My first meeting is at 7 in the morning. So I'll probably stay in the car, be warmer, and figure that out. But we're good to go for the most part. Got some work done, and it is time to get changed and crawl into bed. I am tucked in bed and I am tuckered out, so I will see y'all in the morning. Good morning. It's a little bit before 7. I'm just scrambling to get my truck cleaned up. I've already put my bed back away, and now I'm just going to power up the Starlink and get my backseat office set up. I've been actively working from 7 to almost 11 on calls the whole time, sometimes on video. And yesterday I started this trip around 58% and now I'm down to 30%. And so that's been running my Starlink Mini for the last 3 hours. Plus I've been charging my laptop off of it because it has a horrible battery for my work one. And the fridge is popping on as well. So if that were the case, and I also, you know, have only worked half a day, definitely looking at probably 2 to maybe 3 days of being able to fully work off grid. I definitely think 2. So we will call that a success. In terms of the Starlink Mini Roam quality, it did drop quite a few times for like a second or two. So I did go off video to see if that would help, but I would always come back within a few seconds, and I didn't feel like I really missed that much from the call. The biggest thing is I don't know how much that impacted my colleagues who I was speaking to, but no one said anything. So again, we're going to call it a win, with just being mindful that, you know, might need to have maybe a clearer sky or just not be on video as much when I am working from the road. But for the most part, really happy with being able to test this out, and I feel like I'm ready to go. I'm all packed up and just hit up the bathroom, and now I'm going to head out to pick up a snow park permit for parking for the upper parking lot to get up to the Yurt, and then meet up with my cousin, and then it's going to be a 6.5 mile hike in, and I'm just super excited to get outside and start the weekend.
Leaving the 4Runner behind, the plan for the weekend shifted from mobile office to mountain retreat. I headed southwest to Mount Rainier to connect with the Mount Tahoma Trails Association system. This area has an incredible network of huts and yurts that you can reserve during the winter online. Typically, this is groomed for snowshoeing to reach the huts this time of year, but because the snow was so low this April, we only brought microspikes that we didn't even end up using for this trip. It's definitely a glamping experience once you arrive. The yurt is equipped with a propane stove, filtered water, and bunk beds. We absolutely lucked out with the weather on Friday night. The sky was on fire with an epic sunset that just kept going. Plus, my cousin and I had the entire place to ourselves. Besides all the photo ops, we put the phones away, did a jigsaw puzzle, and caught up while the clouds eventually rolled in for a soggy hike out on Saturday.
Yurt was really cool. Definitely recommend the Mount Tahoma Trails Association. It would have been nice if there was snow. I really don't like hiking on a forest road, but it was beautiful. And today we looped out through the lower Yurt trail, and that was cool because it did get a little bit of single track and some different views, even if they were fairly in the clouds. Thanks for joining me this week. Stay safe, stay unstoppable, and I'll see you outside.